Hello, this is Kent with Easy Test Pool Supplies on another episode of Diving In with Kent, and with me once again is Makayla.
Hi, Kent. It's great to be back.
Great to have you, Makayla.
So I know you've helped me with everything getting my new pool. You've helped me with heating options. You've helped me with filter packages.
Yep.
I have another problem for you today.
What's that?
I have trees all over my pool, so leaves fall in all the time. I'm looking into vacuuming options and was hoping you could help me.
Well, sure. I thought you might, and I brought some displays with us to help.
Awesome.
So I'm happy to dive into all the different options for you.
Perfect. Awesome.
We'll start first with manual vacuuming, all right? Most pool packages are going to come with a manual vacuum setup. So something like a vacuum head, a telescoping pole, a vacuum hose, and a vacuum plate for the skimmer basket.
Okay.
So basically what we do is we use the suction from the filter and direct that through the skimmer, through the hose, into the vacuum head to pick up debris from the bottom of the pool.
Okay.
This is the most tried and true option, and in my opinion, everyone should learn how to do this. It's definitely the best way to keep your pool clean.
Okay.
There's also other manual options, such as leaf eaters, and something like that are going to work similar to like one of these traditional vacuum heads, where we put it on the end of the telescoping pole, but we also hook up a garden hose to it.
Okay.
And as the water comes through the garden hose, it hits the debris and pushes it up into an attached bag. And so this is really good for cleaning up large amounts of leaves, like at the beginning of pool opening season or something like that. Also a great option. And then the final manual option is going to be a battery powered vacuum, much like a Volt or a pool blaster.
Okay.
And this is basically a dirt devil for your pool. It's got its own bag, it's got its own motor, its own battery. And while you still have to do manual vacuuming, this is the all-in-one option, and it's probably a lot easier to set up and use than other options.
Oh, awesome. These are great options, but they do seem like a lot of maintenance. Is there anything a little bit easier?
Well, sure. Some people do like the zen time of cleaning their pool, but an automatic vacuum seems more like, the option you would like.
Yes, it would.
So there's basically 3 different types of automatic vacuuming, all right? Much like the manual ones. So there's going to be a suction side option, and that's going to be like the Aquabug or Creepy Crawly. And these guys here set up the same way that a manual suction vacuum does, but as the water's getting pulled, back into the filter, it moves a little rocker inside the unit, which allows it to, scuttle around your pool and clean up all the debris.
Okay.
So you still have to set it up, and it still relies on your filter, but it's hands off after that.
Okay.
The next option would be a pressure side cleaner. And these are going to be like your Polarises. And these use the pressure of the water coming back into the pool, either through the return or through a dedicated booster pump line to act much like a leaf eater. It pushes the water down, moves the unit around, and pushes all the debris up into a bag.
Okay.
I usually see these more on in-ground pools, but there's also many above-ground options as well.
Right.
And then the final option is going to be the automatic pool robot. This is the one I think you're probably going to like the best. This is the all-in-one solution. It has its own basket, its own motor, its own power source. And basically this guy here, you're just going to drop in the pool, turn it on, and it's going to clean the whole pool.
Okay.
And not just the floor, but the walls and the water line. And some of the options also have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, so you can actually drive it around, like a remote control car to do spot cleaning in the pool.
Oh, awesome.
This is probably the best option all around, but it's also usually the most expensive option.
Okay. So great. You gave me great vacuuming options, including manual vacuuming, including pressure vacuuming, such as the leaf eater, and also the battery-powered options, such as the Volt as well.
Yep.
And you also gave me great options for automatic versions, including the pressure side vacuum, the suction side vacuum, and what I have my eyes on, the robotic cleaner.
Definitely.
So I think I already know what I want, and I think you do too, but I'm going to go to my family, talk about my options with them, and then come back. But I do have one more question for you.
Well, what's that?
How do I get in my pool?
Well, sure. Makayla, I'd be happy to talk to you about entry options on the next episode of Diving In.
Awesome. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Makayla, and thanks for watching.